Hello everyone, Bashar here. Sorry. So I was a little busy and there were some changes that are coming in. I was not able to do videos, so now is the time. So you might have heard that Claidna and Hakkorhn are getting buffed. So Claidna, as she is, has been a little bit wanting. You know, the sleep was not going off all the time. The A2 was not bad, but you know, altogether the A3 was a little bit lacking. So now she has some extras. So the first thing is that the sleep on her A1 goes up to 80%, which means it's gonna get booked to 100%, which means you can use her as a reliable sleeper for the Sand Devil. Well, when I say reliable, there will be always the 3%. That's why Sifi is the best there, because Sifi's sleep cannot be resisted if the target has, you know, more than 50% turn meter. So, but still, of course, it's gonna be a nice one. The second ability now also restores all destroyed HP, which is another Sand Devil ability. So guys, I think so they said they would be changing Sand Devil, Iron Twins and Shogun, which means they are going to make those more accessible. They are going to nerf those places, and they are also bringing making some champions better in there. That login champion Aidlin has arrived for that purpose. They are buffing Claidna. I don't think many people have Claidna, but you know, if you have her, you can use her. And finally, now this ability removes debuffs from everyone first, and you know, altogether that's a nice amount of improvement. And finally, this ability now works for anyone on the team, right? 60% chance of completely blocking the incoming damage of the first hit of an attack on a random ally. It's not herself only anymore, but a random ally. So you know, she can save, you know, your Acrizia from dying, for example, right? That's pretty good. So guys, I think all together these are pretty nice. So first of all, she wasn't very bad to begin with, right? As voids are most of the time. She was like, let's say, slightly above average maybe before the nerfs, before the buffs. So her sleep becomes a certain thing, right? Except for the 3% resist, you know, whatever. So you do still need accuracy, and there will be always the 3% base resist chance, but it becomes 100%. She now restores destroyed HP. That's going to help in Hydra as well. These debuffs are, you know, pretty useful in Hydra. I mean, combined with her healing, she will be able to solo sustain the entire team by herself now. I mean, if you put her in, the healing problem of your team will be definitely solved. I mean, I'm not saying it was not solved before, but also restoring destroyed HP is some help, and now removes all debuffs as well alongside with this. I would say that is pretty good. Of course, the A1 wouldn't still be great for Hydra, but the A2 is magnificent, and the A3 is okay. So I don't like block debuffs too much in Hydra battles, because you know, if the Head of Mischief steals from you while not under a block buffs debuff and spreads it, it can become very distasteful, right? And you know, you could be saying, you know, what a very specific scenario you are, you know, picturing. That wouldn't happen. Sadly, guys, it does happen, because it's very hard to control the Head of Mischief all the time. Even though he goes for the one with the most buffs, there could be a Nut, there could be a Krisk, there could be someone else that has the most buffs, and you know, the guy steals it. And the thing is, when he steals, he also steals turn meter, so he can take turns a little bit faster than you imagine, and he's also the fastest head there is. So he could sometimes get rid of the block buffs debuff, right? You could have a 3% resist, you know, you could be the weak affinity, there could be, you know, lots of cases, and then the block debuffs could be stolen and spread. That is a bit of a nightmare unless you have buff remove, but still I do like her. Her aura remains, I'm afraid, unchanged. I think they should also fix the auras, right? These are crap auras. The second champion, guys, this is the second time of me having a reworked champion, and the second time it's a disappointment. The first one was Minaya, the second one is Hakkorhn. I mean, I was really hopeful that I would be able to, you know, take him out of the vault, but yeah, no. So this ability goes from 4 turn cooldown to a 3 turn cooldown, which is not bad, but doesn't really bring it up to scale. And the A1 remains unchanged, and the A3 is reworked entirely, so he no longer damages himself, he attacks everyone, and he puts up a shield on everyone. The shield size is 20% of the damage he dealt. So let's say, guys, the guy deals 300,000 damage with this one, and everyone receives a shield of 60,000. I mean, it's not enough to take him out of the vault, I would say. Yeah, the horrible aura remains unchanged. Yeah, I mean, I really wish they did something more. I mean, Claidna's buffs are very nice, right? I think she is a pretty useful champion now. I would say she was like 3 stars out of 5 maybe. Now I think maybe 4 stars. Yeah, I think we could say that. I think she's a nice champion. And this guy was like maybe 2 stars. And the buff is so little, I don't think I can even say 2.5 stars for him now. Right? I don't think the buff, maybe 2.2 stars out of 5. Yeah, I don't like the buffs at all. So sadly, I'm not gaining anything again for being the owner of a buffed champion. This is, I would say, not enough. But if you have Claidna, congratulations, now you have a decent champion. That's it for my takes on the upcoming buffs. They are going to arrive with the upcoming big patch, I think. So we should be seeing them soon, because they have been teasing that patch long enough. It should be arriving sooner rather than later, and I will see you on stream. Bye bye.